Hi Jay, it's lovely to see you. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Yes, nice to see you again.
You enjoying the sunshine?
I am. When you called me earlier, I was still in my bikini. I have to confess, so I was a bit all over the shop. Quick bit of makeup, yes. No,
Oh,
I've actually enjoyed today a little bit. My daughter had a day on the beach yesterday, and she came back really suntanned. So I'm actually just quietly trying to catch up with her.
it's last time I saw you. It was on the Throwback Cruise, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. I talked to Cheryl and Mike about this when I interviewed them as well. How was
Yeah.
it for you?
Oh, it was lots of fun. Yes. I mean, Cheryl does the cruises all the time, but I've never done a cruise like that before. You know, I've been on a boat before, but I've never done like a gig on cruises like that. And it was wonderful. I just couldn't believe how huge it was, and all the different areas were really fascinating. I mean, yeah, you could definitely get addicted to it, but obviously it's all changed at the moment with the situation. We won't be rushing back there anytime soon, but hopefully it'll pick up, and yeah, we'll go back and do stuff.
You were a huge hit on the ship. I thought you guys were absolutely fantastic. Were you surprised by the reaction that you got on there?
A little bit, but when it's an 80s night, we do tend to go down really, really well. And I think our act is, people just think of us as making your mind up if they're not a Fizz fan, but if they come to the festivals or the gigs, we were really strong with our concert tours. We used to sell out 30, 40 dates, big venues, and we've all been live performers. So, a lot of people used to say, oh, they're just miming or whatever, but we've all done absolutely decades of performing, and we're actually never happier than on stage. That is my happy place. So I love being on stage, and I actually miss it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine at the moment. Next week, though, you've got something really special coming up on Facebook. It's where people can come and ask questions. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we started a tour in March, which was ironically called Up Close and Personal, which got the act when we had lockdown happening. And in a way, it's a little bit like that. It's like an extension, so people can chat. They can buy a ticket and interview us, and we can have a to and fro. So the questions are coming in, and I always want people to sort of be bold. Don't just ask us about skirt ripping. Just ask us some other stuff.
Ask you anything? Can they ask you literally anything then? Can they?
Well, within a reason, yes. Why not?
It's 20, sorry?
I haven't got anything to hide, so yeah.
So it's £20 a ticket.
Yes.
And do they get to pick whether they have an evening with you or an evening with Mike or Cheryl, or how does it work?
Well, I think they get a bit of each of us, so for the £20, they have access to us. So if they only want to see Mike, that's fine. If they only want to see Cheryl, that's fine. If they want to see me, that's fine. If they want to see all of us. So it's not just like, it's a group thing. So it's 3 hours of entertainment, but with us more interactive, And some of us might do songs, some of us might not. We haven't quite decided yet. I am thinking of maybe doing a couple of songs as well. Haven't quite decided. I've also got to get the track together and all of that, which is, well, I might just rope my husband into something and say, play guitar to me. But whether he will is another thing.
Fantastic. During lockdown generally then, what have you been doing with yourself? What have you enjoyed doing?
I've actually had a really interesting time because we never have weeks and months off, and also obviously my daughter was at school and I was still doing the school run until just, not that long ago. And so to have this length of time as an actual break, I've done all sorts in my house that I wouldn't have done, and I've painted and decorated, I've cleaned, and I've tried to throw a load of stuff out.
Yeah.
And I'm also actually about to upload a little vlog, probably on my channel, about all the costumes I'm going to sell, some of which I've had for, 30 odd years, because I want to start doing more fashion vlogging. And so I literally, my wardrobe, I don't know whether you can see behind me, a very big wardrobe there.
Wow.
I've got 3 big wardrobes, and they're absolutely full of clothes and a lot of costumes. And mostly it's going to be obviously my own things, but things that were Fizz related. And I've also been putting up some of my solo albums and bits of merch and memorabilia, because I can't put, I've nowhere to put things, because I need more cupboards, or I just need to get rid of some stuff, and I just need to have it clear out. So it's been quite positive, and I've actually really enjoyed the break and the time I've had with my family, which is rare.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so important, isn't it? So your daughter then, has she finished school? She's 16, is she 15, 16?
She's just 17 the other day, and she's at fashion college up in London. She's doing really, really well, but she's been doing like Zoom calls with the teaching, but it has stopped now. And my husband does a bit of teaching on Zoom as well. He teaches at the Bit School, and he's kept a bit of that going. So it's all changed for artists, because all our gigs have gone probably till next year, and it really makes you think about how vulnerable we are. We're not key workers, we are entertainment way down the line, and it makes you realise, thank heavens we've got technology and Zoom and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would be quite depressing, I think. But I've really enjoyed it. But you know, the reality is everything has really changed, and I do, you know, for theatres and festivals and stuff, you know, it's tough, because we, you know, the government really, it doesn't really support artists like that, because we're all self-employed, you know, and you take that risk. So but I wouldn't change doing what I do, you know. I wouldn't change being a performer. It's just I might have to do a few other things as well.
When lockdown is completely lifted, we're sort of heading in that direction now. When it's completely lifted, what will be the first thing that you'll want to do?
Well, I do love going swimming. I love swimming. I love the freedom of it all, and I like the sort of health benefits of it. So I really miss my kind of weekly swims, and love the beach. But I'm not going to be one of those ones that went down to Bournemouth yesterday. Yeah. I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And I do like shopping. I like going with my daughter shopping. And also my cousin Lorraine, she has a pony rescue place. Oh. And most weekends we go over and see the horses. And I had one for a while, but we've now found him a forever home, which is wonderful. So she's got so many horses, but I do love seeing my cousin and just being on the farm with her, with all the dogs. And I'm a bit of a farm girl really at heart. And so I miss that. I miss seeing that and seeing her.
If lockdown was to happen again, just you know, for 24, 48 hours, and you couldn't choose anybody in your family, you could choose maybe some celebrity or whatever to be locked down with, who would you choose?
Wow. Who would I choose? A celebrity.
Well, yeah. Someone, or you know, an artist, a celebrity of some sort.
Actually, someone who, she's not really a celebrity, but someone who I've really begun to follow is Olivia Elise Millen. She's into fashion, and she's now doing more home stuff. And I do love like interior design, and I like making my home a home, and I like it looking good, even though it's always a mess. I mean, trying to keep the house tidy in lockdown is like building the fourth bridge, isn't it? Really, it's impossible. But you know, I like her style, and so I'd probably like to have a chat with her, if I'm completely honest.
That sounds. I was having a think about it earlier, thinking, would I like Mary Berry, you know, to be able to cook me loads of cakes or something? It's quite, I don't know, passed away a bit of time.
That's a good idea. The thing is, I'd have to spend about a year with Mary Berry or any chef, because I'm the worst cook in the world, and that would be a pointless task. You know, they'd really, I mean, they would, yeah, they'd be very frustrated with me, as is my husband and daughter and my cooking skills. So
now I was going to ask, I've been asking the others 10 quickfire questions, just favourite this, that and the other. Is that all right?
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, so whatever comes into your head, it's fine. So favourite takeaway?
There's an Italian down the road, and they do gluten-free bolognese, and it's amazing. So it would be a takeaway bolognese, but it's really special.
Favourite 80s song?
I have so many. I do love I'll say Actually, Don't You Want Me Baby was brilliant. I do love the most of the rhythmic songs, but I don't really have a favourite, if I'm completely honest. Yeah.
Favourite photo that's on your phone?
One, I did like some pictures of my daughter a few years ago, and she was in this sort of Victorian gown, and you know when it all just goes right, and she looked really pretty and demure, and I have that on my screen on my phone, and it was just a photo shoot that captured her at an age that I just sort of was her, you know, she wasn't a child, but she was just sort of growing up. And so I love that picture and that shoot. So it would be that picture or one of those pictures.
Oh. Favourite thing that you've watched during lockdown?
Ooh, there's lots of things. I mean, I do like watching all these documentaries about what's going on. I am really interested in medicine, and I've always been interested in health, fitness and medicine and all of that stuff. So I've been watching lots of documentaries and, you know, positive thinking, all of that. But in terms of Netflix, you know what, I can't even remember what it's called. It's a horror thing I've been watching with my husband. The Sinner, I think it's called. It's brilliant and it's really scary. But my husband watched Narcos, which is mind-blowing. Everyone should watch that. We watched that at the beginning, and now we're on to Sinner.
Favourite chocolate bar?
Twirl.
Good answer. Somebody else said that to me the other day. I can't remember. Somebody else told me that it was Twirl. Favourite song that you listen to when you're driving, or favourite kind of music that you listen to when you're driving? Or do you listen to the radio?
I like kind of dance music. If I'm tired, I'll put some really heavy, almost rave music. I do love proper banging club music, I have to say. So if I'm like tired, I put that on to keep me awake. But if I've got a long journey and I'm feeling quite serene, I'll listen to classical. Quite like classical.
Favourite place that you've ever visited?
Well, there's two places that's always stuck in my mind. Shortly after we won Eurovision, we went to Rome. And I've been saying to my husband nearly every year, I want to go back to Rome because there was just a vibe there that was amazing. So I want to go back to Rome. So Rome. But more recently, we went on a holiday to Mexico. That's my dog barking. Someone driving by. And that was, it's near Guantanamo, which is, sorry, my phone is going funny. There's a movie called The Shawshank Redemption. And when he escapes from prison, he wants to go to this beach. And we went to that beach. It was just kind of a fluky thing, but we were like, oh, this has been The Shawshank Redemption. And it was an amazing beach, just how you'd imagine. And so that was a very special time as well. So I'd say somewhere between Mexico and Rome. Or both.
Good answer. And I guess all the time people are asking you for selfies. Who's which is the best selfie you've ever had?
Selfie?
Yeah, with like another artist or.
No, I think generally we've had a few selfies with like the other 80s divas, you know, the like Toya and Sonia and sort of the 80s girls. Some of the girls at Denise Pearson. We've had quite a few like selfies backstage at festivals, which I think are really good, especially when you use the old filter, because then you look like 20 years younger and you quite like it then.
What would we do without those? What would we do without those? Jay, before I go, I have to ask you how you are, because obviously you've been recovering from mouth cancer. How are you?
I'm good. I'm slowly going in the right direction. I just have days where I'm very tired. I don't have a lot of energy, but as the months go by, that's getting less. So I am getting back to my old self, touch wood, and yeah, I'm getting there. It's been slow, but yeah, I'm very lucky that they caught it in early stages, and they went for like a fairly brutal version of the op to make sure. Obviously, being a singer, they took a lot of my tongue away. And so it's been a longer recovery, but hopefully it will prevent it from coming back, which is, you know, when you've had cancer, it's your only fear. And so, yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but I'm still here. And whatever I've been through is, you know, is worth everything, because I'm here alive with my family.
You're an absolute inspiration. You've recovered so well. You look so amazing. It's lovely to chat to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Take care. Look after you in lockdown.
Yes, and I'll look forward to seeing you in 2021 at some point.
Absolutely. We'll be there. I'll be there ripping my skirt off the shore. No problem.
Bye.
Bye.